Almost every day I run across creatures that are in vulnerable situations. This small slider turtle was trying to cross the road. It was really just trying to get to the water, but it had no idea where the water actually was. So we scooped it up, and we placed it in an area where it could call home. I know you all haven't seen a whole lot of me lately, and that's because a lot of things have been going on in my personal life that I have not shared with too many people. But since I'm still such a small channel, I feel like it's okay to give y'all a little insight into my personal life. I work every day on the grind, and the grind for me right now is paying off all my debts so I can work to preserve as much habitat and wildlife sanctuaries and ecosystem as possible. That's my ultimate life goal. I spent several years trying to create this YouTube channel to share my experiences with you, the viewer. And we had some success. We coattailed on a few other YouTube channels that helped us grow pretty quickly. But coattailing only got me so far. It's when I delineated, and I realized that my YouTube channel was more about the great outdoors and preserving the great outdoors than any one particular specimen. Essentially, the thing that makes the great outdoors so amazing isn't any one particular thing. It's all of it put together. It's the abundance of life, the many niches that all coexist together, like this black racer that eats the lizard that ate the bug that ate the leaf that ate the soil. But the black racer didn't eat the skink that ate the slug that ate the leaf that ate the tree that ate the soil. I guess what I'm trying to really say isn't anything in one particular. We really don't fully understand how all this stuff works, and that's obvious. Wildlife is in our lives every day. We are forced to encounter them because it's life, and life will find a way. One of my main focuses is to try to get people to appreciate animals and wildlife that perhaps have had a bad light shine on them. Take for instance Plestes metricus, also commonly called the mahogany wasp, and for which species exactly I'm not sure. Right here in my bathroom, I see a black spot on the roof and I question, what is this, a spider or is it a wasp? It could just be a moth. But no matter what insect or animal it is, I have no fear, because I simply ask myself, what's the worst that could happen here? The worst thing that could happen is I could die. How is that any worse than if this creature died itself? Just take that into consideration. And I think creatures realize the same thing. They have no intention to do you harm in a situation where they are more vulnerable than you are. They just want to survive as well. O ye of little faith, you may be. However, how come I've never been stung while relocating one of these wasps? In fact, the only stings I've had that weren't intentionally induced by me myself, look, right on my nipple, have happened when I tampered with their habitat or their home on accident, because I would never do that on purpose. These insects find attack one of their last resorts. But wildlife is all around us. You may see it, you may not. I'm sure we've all walked by so many creatures that we didn't even know were there. Or maybe we just took a glance at something and overlooked it and didn't give it its full appreciation, which I find to be a little bit sad in some ways. But not that sad, because we could never give these creatures the full appreciation they deserve. In fact, there's not enough time in the day to fully focus our lives on one other type of life without overlooking something else. That's why we're forced to specialize. We do it in all fields, in all industries. In the healthcare field, some people work on your cardiovascular system, some people work on your endocrine system, some people work on your teeth alone, your fingernails, your hair, your eyes. We specialize because no one person can gather all of the knowledge that's required to understand everything and its complexity. So by me calling my channel The Great Outdoors, it says anything goes. There's no clue on what the importance of any one particular instance really is. But I am a firm believer that every little thing does add up to another. And that little bit of salinity in that water that was left there by some boiled peanuts was exactly what these two bees needed to take back to their colony. And they didn't need to be swatted for doing it. These catbirds needed just that little bit of water to get a clean bath so they'd be attractive for their mate to reproduce and their species lives on. And sometimes it doesn't go exactly as planned. But we adapt and we move on. You never know if a colony is going to end tomorrow or start tomorrow. And probably in most cases, both will happen tomorrow anyhow. But I told y'all I had a lot of personal things going on, and I appreciate y'all for making it this far into the video. So I'll tell you what those are. It's been an odd year for me. I kind of feel like I'm having a midlife crisis in a way. It started on my birthday. I woke up, I was 38 years old. I realized that if I live to be the ripe old age of 74, I'm halfway there. And that hit me kind of hard. That's just one thing. I finally quit vaping and smoking and using nicotine, which is a positive because I realized I needed to extend the duration of my life that I have left. It's been tough, but I've been sober for 3 weeks now. And one thing that hit me harder than just about anything else, a dog that I've had for 18 years, and yes, I know it's been a long time, I had to put him down because he was suffering. It hurt me deep, but I'm working through it. I realized I'm blessed to have spent that amount of time with that wonderful animal, one of my best friends. Been with these since I feel like all my adult decisions, through every house, through every relationship I've been with. I'm not going to go into too many details about his life, but just know he had a good one. And that it was a hard decision, but it was the right one to make. And that his passing led me into a new journey of my life. Or maybe it just rekindled an old one. I started planting a few memory trees for him, and I lost his brother just about 1.5 years ago as well. And in that process, it inspired me to plant more trees throughout my property and try to bring the Forest of the Monarch to its true glory. Thank you all for watching this video.